this little welder here is the GYS or the GYS, or whatever it's called, 160p, and it's something that's called a TIG welder. It's an electrode welder. You get two electrodes. You put the earth in the plus, and you put the stick or the rod holder in the negative, and you get a little sparkler type rod. We'll get dozens of them, and that's what does the welding. That's what puts down the puddle. The odd thing about this for me is that it doesn't have an on-off switch either at the front or the back. And it doesn't have an LED to show you what ampage you're at. Both of these things are annoying, because the first thing I do when I finish welding is to switch the machine off to make sure it's safe. And I also want to know exactly what ampage I'm using. You can see there's a thing there that shows you the amps. 80 amps for 2.5 mil, which is what I was using. I went higher to see what would happen, and what happens is you burn straight through the target metal. If it goes too low, it doesn't melt and weld at all, so you need to be bang on. There should be an LED that tells you what you're at, because with a helmet on and stuff, you can't see these little knobs. And also, to put it off, you turn it all the way down to the bottom there to make sure it's off. Again, that's tricky when you're wearing a helmet and you're working. You really would like an on-off switch, and you would like an LED display. It's absolutely tiny, almost too small in fact. It's about 12 inches long and a few inches, 6 inches high. Weighs nothing. Handle didn't come with it, should have come with it. But I want to know how it works because of the duty cycle aspect of this machine. What happens is it takes about a minute before it'll start welding, before it'll spark up and everything. And then after a few minutes, 3-4 minutes, maybe a rod's worth, it'll stop working. And I was wondering what this is about. And it'll start working again a few minutes later, but this is the duty cycle. So the charge, the ampage is delivered for a few minutes, and then it needs to sort of recharge itself. I don't know what it's doing. I have no idea why this duty cycle exists. And this machine apparently is 60%, so you could do 5 minutes welding with a 2-minute break in between. And I'm going to open this up and see what's inside, because I have no idea. I don't know if it's an impedance machine, a capacitance machine, how it does this, how the duty cycle works, but I'm going to have a look. So it comes apart fairly easily with just 8 star nut screws. At the back here on one side, it's just a massive heat sink. And then on the other side is quite a lot of electronics. Much more electronics than I would have expected to be in here, but it's obviously all potentiometers. And what have we got here? I don't know what these things are. Capacitors, some sort of device to hold charge. Is it a discharge machine? Looks like a transformer there, is it? Transformer. I'm sure somebody out there will be able to tell me what these electrode welders are made of. What's that saying there? 85C ROHS. My electrical knowledge is not really what it used to be. When I studied physics, I would have known all this stuff. Anyway, that's the internals. It looks like it's quite well made. Little coil in there. Metal. Big fan there as well for the heat extraction. So it's mainly heat extraction and I think capacitors and transformers. Well, it looks okay. It looks like a nicely made piece of kit, but I'm sure somebody will tell me what all these bits are, and that would be nice to know how an electrode welder or stick welder, TIG welder, how it works and what this duty cycle is all about.